I just finished work, Alice. I'm coming home now. How you feeling? Did you go to the hospital?
Thanks for asking, John. I think I feel a bit better than this morning, but I've got a headache again this evening.
Right. You still don't seem to be recovered. Are you okay?
Feeling a little rough, but not too bad. My doctor saw me and gave me some medicine, so hopefully I'll feel better after this.
Just try to get some rest.
Thanks. I'm sorry I can't help out much with the housework.
Don't you worry. It hasn't been too long since the birth. Why don't you take a break for a bit?
But there's housework to keep on top of, so I don't want to be too idle. I need to take care of Sophie, too.
If it gets too much, my parents will take care of Sophie. Alice, I can do the housework after I come home from work, so you can just sleep as much as you need.
Are you sure, John? Oh, I feel guilty.
You don't need to feel guilty. It's the job of both parents to take care of the child. Your body's weakened from the childbirth. You should focus on recovering. I'll make sure I get home early and help you out.
Thank you. I'm so glad I married you, John.
Alice, this is nothing. I just want to make sure you and Sophie are okay.
You love Sophie so much, don't you?
But she's so cute. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth.
See, I told you. Sophie is very lucky. Her dad treats her so well.
Really? Isn't this normal?
I don't think many parents would do this much. You have work, too.
On that note, after we get through this busy period at work, I might be able to get paternity leave.
Really? Didn't you say they wanted you to delay it because they needed more people?
The 2 new people who started 2 months ago are very good. I think they'll be fine without me. I asked Ewan, and he said I should be able to take the time off.
That's great. I'll be very happy. It'll be so nice to have you around the house.
Right? We'll get through this busy period soon. So you only have to wait a little longer.
I'm looking forward to it. We'll have a great time together. John, I'm sorry. I need you to do something for me.
What's wrong, Alice? You sound serious. Something happened?
I've been feeling nauseous from this morning, so I went to the hospital.
Oh no, are you okay? Is this food poisoning or something?
No. They examined me and found a brain tumor. I have 1 year to live.
What? You can't be serious.
I wouldn't joke about something like this.
Well, but isn't it all a bit too sudden? You've been going to the hospital all these times, but they're only noticing this now?
I'll tell you the details when you come home, John. But I just thought I was feeling unwell because of the childbirth. So the doctor didn't run any brain scans until now. Nobody thought that I'd have cancer at such a late stage.
Oh, is that how this works?
What's with that reaction? Are you saying that I'm lying? I was told I don't have much time. I even have the diagnosis papers. Why don't you believe me?
I'm sorry, I'm not accusing you, Alice. I'm just having a tough time coming to terms with this because it's so sudden.
I'm the one who's really struggling. I thought after giving birth to Sophie we could have a happy life together. But I won't be able to see her grow up. This couldn't be any worse.
You're right. You're the one that's really going through the most. I'm sorry I said something so insensitive. What should I do from now? What can I do to help you, Alice?
I thought about it. About what I can do for my family. So that's why I said, there's something I want you to do for me.
What is it? I'll do anything, Alice.
I want to get a divorce.
Huh? Divorce? Why?
I think my body is just going to wither away from now on. I don't want you to see me get weaker and weaker. I want you to remember the healthy me, John.
No, I can't do that to you. Let me support you, Alice.
You've got Sophie to take care of, John. You shouldn't be wasting time on me.
What are you saying? I'll look after both you and Sophie. My parents will take care of Sophie sometimes.
I don't want to cause trouble for everyone. Please, forget about me and enjoy the next stage of your life. I'm sure you won't have any trouble finding a lovely new wife, John. Please?
Don't just decide all this on your own. I can't leave you while you're ill, and I can't get remarried so quickly. Of course I can't just throw you away like that.
Please, it's my dying wish to you. Please think of this like what I left to you in my will.
I can't. Even if that's what you want, Alice, I can't agree to this.
I'm sorry to be so selfish. I only had a short time with her, but I was so glad to have Sophie. I know you don't want this, John, but my mind is decided. I'll move out of our house soon. Just take good care of Sophie. I just got to the airport now. This is the last time I'll contact you. I'm sorry. I just think you'll be happier without me.
Yep, thanks for everything.
What's so funny? I had to make a very difficult decision. Why are you being so horrible?
Sorry. I just couldn't hold it in anymore. You're so bad at acting.
Acting? What are you talking about?
The cancer is a lie, isn't it? I checked.
What do you mean? Why would I lie about that? And I showed you the diagnosis papers. That's pretty solid evidence.
Well, the terminal illness in itself wasn't so unbelievable. Sometimes life throws you curveballs. But it's what you said after that. It was just unnatural. I found what you said suspicious, so I investigated.
Investigated? How?
My coworker's wife happens to work at that hospital as a nurse. I got her to check the diagnosis. But there was nothing on your records to say you were terminally ill. So the papers you showed me must have been forged.
How could they have been? It's what my doctor gave me.
Yeah, that doctor of yours is pretty suspicious too.
What's so suspicious about him?
So that's why I researched him too. I found out about him from my coworker's wife and her networks in the hospital.
What? You went sniffing around him so much? How embarrassing.
You're the embarrassing one.
What are you talking about?
You don't know, do you? There's a rumor among the nurses that you and your doctor are having an affair.
What?
When he's examining you, it always takes a long time. Plus, you're often alone together in his room. One nurse even saw you and him together outside of the hospital.
Oh, but that's just a rumor. That's just a misunderstanding. Oh, that's why I hate gossipers.
Well, I thought you would deny it. I've actually checked your phone secretly. There were loads of evidence from texts to photos with you and your affair partner. I've also been having a private investigator checking you from a while back.
A detective? What is this? A soap opera? What, are you serious? You were doing all this behind my back?
Hey, don't bash the PI. She's very professional and good at her job. 2 days ago, you went with that doctor to a hotel, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have photos for proof. You realize you can't just talk your way out of this anymore, right?
No, you're wrong. I'm not lying.
If you were going to lie, you should have made a more convincing one. A terminal illness out of the blue, followed immediately by a request for a divorce? It was all moving way too fast.
But
I'm going to ask you once. Try not to lie to me this time. How long have you been involved in this way with the doctor? Tell me.
we met 2 years ago.
And?
I thought he was a great guy, so I made him my regular doctor. After I kept seeing him as my doctor, I started to have feelings for him. But around that time, I got pregnant with Sophie. So I thought of a way to push the baby onto you and get married to the doctor.
So that's why you faked having cancer? Don't you feel guilty for abandoning your newborn child? Didn't you think about us after you left us?
I didn't think about that. I was just going to pretend you didn't exist after that.
Are you serious? Can't believe how cold you would be to us.
But that's how much I love him.
Whatever. I don't have any feelings for someone who would abandon us in such a calculating way. Let's just divorce and be done with it. But I'll be suing you for emotional damages, and you'll be paying me child support.
Why would I pay you child support? It's fathers who pay child support.
What are you talking about? Child support is what the parent with custody gets. Gender doesn't matter.
Really?
Of course. Isn't it obvious?
But I didn't know that.
You didn't even know that. Oh, whatever. I'm too tired to be angry or surprised anymore. But just know that I'll be getting that money.
Fine, do what you want. I'm going to be marrying a doctor. On his salary, the lawsuit and the child support won't even matter.
I wonder if it'll be so simple. Life doesn't always go so smoothly.
Are you jealous, John? That's why you're saying such horrible things.
You're calling me horrible after all you did? After you tell us such a stupid lie and try to abandon us?
I just thought you'd be hurt if I told you the truth. That's why I did you a kindness.
What kindness? What you did isn't called kindness. Your morals are way off.
Enough. Anyway, I'm leaving you. That's why I tried to show you one last kindness. John, help me. I'm sorry for everything I did. Please, forgive me.
What is it? It's late. I thought I could finally sleep now that Sophie's sleeping.
I apologize for everything I've done. So can you call off the lawsuit?
Huh? Why? I don't want to.
I don't have the money.
You're getting married to that doctor, right? Yesterday you said you don't care what I did, right? It won't even matter on his salary, you said.
But we're not getting married now.
Oh? Why's that? Didn't you leave me to get married to him?
The hospitals found out about the forged diagnosis papers. So he said that we need to stop the affair so he can keep his job.
Oh no, poor you. I guess he left you.
He hasn't left me. I pulled back to save his career.
Nope, sounds to me like he ditched you.
No, that's not it. Anyway, I've got no money, so I won't be able to afford the lawsuit and the child support. So please, back down.
Nope.
Why?
Raising a child as a single parent is tough. The more money I have, the better. Don't think I'll let you get off for free after cheating on me and abandoning us.
Then I've got an idea. Let's forget about the divorce.
Come again?
Then it'll be back to normal for us. If I help with raising the baby, you won't need child support.
Come on, quit joking. You can't just come back from what you did. I won't even let you into the house.
Why not? Aren't you struggling with me gone? It's better for Sophie if her mother is around. It's bad for her to be raised by a single parent. I'm sure she'll be miserable with just her dad raising her.
I'm sure it'll be tough, but it's 100 times better than having an irresponsible mother like you around. I was doing most of the housework before the divorce anyway. Our lives won't really change all that much when you're gone.
That's not true. While you were at work, I looked after Sophie and did all of the housework.
To phrase it another way, I did everything when I was at home. And my parents were looking after Sophie most of the time. You were just sleeping. I did all the cleaning, laundry, and the cooking, too.
I couldn't help it. I was unwell.
Ugh. Knowing what I know now, you feeling ill back then is pretty suspect. I bet you were making that up so you could go see your affair partner.
That wasn't a lie. I really was unwell.
No, I can't trust you. I'm not sure I can trust anything about you. Not that it matters now anyway. Either way, you being around isn't really going to lighten my load.
Look, just give me one more chance. I'll show you that I've changed, and I'll be a good mother. I promise.
I don't care about you anymore. Like you said to me, Alice, I should just forget about you and enjoy the next stage of my life. Goodbye.
Don't ignore me. How can you have this attitude towards your wife when she's in trouble?
It's just karma for what you tried to do to us. Don't you try to play the victim. I'll forget about you. I won't tell Sophie about you. It'll be better for her that way. After that, as I thought, Alice's affair partner left her. Looks like he abandoned Alice to save his own skin. But there was no way he could keep the affair and forged paper secret, so he was fired anyway. I decided to kick him while he was down, so I sued him for a large sum of money for emotional damages. I didn't think it was fair for just the affair partner to get away. Alice was left all alone. She didn't have a job or any money, so she went crying to her parents. But her parents heard from me about what she did, so they turned her away. Alice went to all her friends and relatives begging for money, but nobody wanted to know. Seems like everyone ignored her. I can't help but feel like it was karma at play. I'm raising Sophie as a single parent now, with the support of my parents. Life is full of struggles, but seeing Sophie's face gives me strength. I can't believe Alice would abandon such an adorable baby. I want to raise her with enough love for 2 parents.
Sandra, pick up if you see this. What the hell is going on? What is that thing on my front lawn? I need you to explain it to me right this second. Are you hearing me?
Oh, hello, Beth. Calm down. Are you talking about that bus stop for the kindergarten kids?
What else would I be talking about? I got up this morning, looked out, and I was floored. I called the kindergarten right away, and they told me it was all your doing. She said the application form had my husband's name on it, and that you had submitted the form to the kindergarten office. Is that true? This is the first I'm hearing of this. What the hell is going on?
I don't see a problem here. Just look out the window. What you see right there is what's going on. Your front yard has been turned into a kindergarten bus stop. What's so hard to understand?
That's the problem. Why our front yard? That's what I want to know.
We just moved into this neighborhood, built a brand new house down the street from yours. But when I made some inquiries about the kindergarten, I learned that the kindergarten bus stop was way down on the other end of the street. I called the kindergarten and asked the principal to build another bus stop on this corner too. And it just turned out that your front lawn was the ideal location for a bus stop.
Excuse me? Are you serious?
I mean, you have a big lawn. What's a little extra space for the school bus? I don't see why you're all worked up over it. There's also a lot of space for the kids to play while they wait for the bus.
We never gave anybody permission to use our property. Sandra, I know you forged that application form that you submitted to the kindergarten. That's a crime! My husband is positive that he did not sign a document. And why would he? Besides, if we check the actual form, we'll all see that it's a forgery. If necessary, we'll have a professional check that signature and verify that it's a forgery. Are you okay with that?
Stop right there, Beth. Don't you want to continue living in this neighborhood?
Pardon me?
You do know who my uncle is, don't you? I'm telling you right now, you don't want me as an enemy. I suggest you and your husband do a little background check on me before accusing me of a crime.
Hey, Beth, what's up?
Claire, is that you?
It's been a while. How are you?
I'm doing great.
You have a little time to talk?
Yeah, no, what's up?
I'm currently back home with my husband and kids. I drove by your house yesterday and saw that part of your front yard was barricaded off. Looks like a bus stop. What's up with that?
Yeah, about that.
Your house has a pretty wide lawn, no fences or obstructions up to the front door. Seems kind of a waste, that nice, spacious lawn. And what happened to that beautiful flower bed along the sidewalk? Did you give them permission to do that? I mean, it's private property, right? Also, drove by this morning and saw that there were additional work going on. You good with this? That lawn, too. Oh, it was all so beautiful before. Now it's a mess. All that dirt and gravel piled up. Sight for sore eyes. What's going on, Beth?
Yeah, it's a problem. About 3 days ago, a neighbor just went ahead and decided to build a kindergarten bus stop in front of our house, on our property.
Wait, what? Seriously?
Yeah, I woke up the other day and looked out the window, and there was a bus stop there. Of course, I complained to the kindergarten, but there's this mom that lives nearby. Her son goes to the same kindergarten as my daughter used to go. Apparently, she's the leader of all the moms in the area.
Ah, the big boss, huh?
Yeah, right. The boss mom. This woman, Sandra, she recently built a house down the street and the whole family just moved in. Apparently, she just took it on herself to build a bus stop closer to her home so that her kid wouldn't have to walk all the way to the end of the street. So she went ahead and forged my husband's signature on an application form and submitted that to the kindergarten.
Seriously? What did the kindergarten do after you complained?
Yeah, I was getting to that. Apparently, the principal of the school, he's this boss mom's uncle, so anything I say just won't pass. So I came home empty-handed, and there's nothing I can do, apparently.
I see. So the kindergarten's a family-owned business. Oh, that's a problem.
As you saw this morning, the place is barricaded off. Construction is continuing. How do I stop this? Sandra and the other moms gather outside and jabber early in the morning, and the kids play around my front lawn, making a mess of the flower bed.
That's why the place is a wreck.
They even removed that white picket fence that runs along the side of the house. Yesterday, there was all kinds of trash piled up, like snack packs and plastic bottles.
That's pretty bad. But wasn't your daughter in first grade? She's not going to that kindergarten anymore, right? I mean, I could understand if she was still going there. Anyway, forging an application? That's not right. Actually, it's a crime, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. But the kindergarten just won't do a thing. They say it's my husband's signature, and that's that, apparently. Ugh, this is super frustrating. I think I have an ulcer from all this.
Where is the kindergarten?
The Sunshine Kindergarten.
Oh, that place, down near Grove Park? I know it well.
So the Sandra is related to the principal there, huh? Do you know this principal?
Not me, but my father is friends with him. They are golf buddies, apparently.
Seriously? I didn't realize you knew anybody at that kindergarten.
Could you let me handle this for now? I'll talk to my dad tonight. Maybe we can work something out.
Really? Wow, that would be great.
Come on, Beth. We've known each other since grade school. We girls have to stick together.
I can't thank you enough. Oh, by the way, I was going to ask you for some advice concerning a different matter. Could we talk about that a little later?
No problem. If you have time, why don't you come over to my place right now?
Right now?
Yeah, why not? My dad's here too, and my husband says come on over and even stay for dinner if you like. The Thanksgiving weekend is coming up and the kindergarten will be closed. So why don't we just put our heads together and get this mess all cleaned up once and for all?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll be right over.
Hey, what the hell is this? How are we supposed to park the bus here when it's like this?
Oh, good morning, Sandra. So, I see you already saw the bus stop area. We decided to fence off our area, the front lawn and all.
You did all this during the holiday weekend?
Yeah, well, we were thinking of putting up a fence since moving in, but just didn't get around to it. But thanks to you, we finally got it done. We even included security measures like cameras.
I can't believe it. That's just terrible.
Terrible? You mean we put up a fence around our property?
Of course that's what I mean. Where is the bus supposed to stop now? There isn't enough space. We can't very well put the bus stop right on the sidewalk. I can't believe you went ahead and ruined our little meeting spot.
Our meeting spot? Yeah, using our lawn as your little personal park while the kids play and mess up our yard, you people blabber on and on about you, your husbands, or gossip about your neighbors. I'm sure I've come up countless times. If you're going to use the word terrible, I think I have a right to use that word more than you.
Beth, you still don't get it, do you? Didn't I mention that my uncle is the principal of Sunshine Kindergarten? Or did you forget that?
Yeah, what about it?
Excuse me?
You're talking about the kindergarten, right? What's that got to do with me? My daughter starts elementary school next semester, so I really don't care who rounds that kindergarten.
But my eldest son will be going to elementary school next semester, too. You forgot that I know all the moms around here. In fact, I'm sort of their de facto leader. It would be super easy for me to make life hell for you around here. I could have you run out of town.
I believe you'll be getting this termination letter from the kindergarten reading that bus stop.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
I said the bus stop is no more. The principal of Sunshine Kindergarten, your uncle, confessed that the application form was a forgery.
Huh? No way.
I plan to sue you and the other mothers. You for forgery and building that bus stop illegally, and the moms who went along with you and wreaked havoc on our property. You will all end up paying for damages after our lawyers get through with you.
Wait a second, Beth, are you serious? What the hell are you talking about? You sound like you're making a victory lap or something. You think you can win against me?
Okay, have it your way. When I say the following, you'll probably relent. I'm sure of it.
What are you talking about?
I have a good friend, someone I've known since childhood. She advised me regarding this issue. Her name is Claire Stanton. Of Stanton Industries. I'm sure you've heard of them. That new fence? That was built by the people from Stanton. As a matter of fact, Mr. Stanton took it upon himself to make sure the work was done right.
Wait, excuse me? Did you say Stanton Industries? Mr. Stanton himself? Stanton Industries is the largest employer around this region. Mr. Stanton has considerable influence around here. I heard he may even run for governor soon. Are you serious? Is this some kind of joke? Are you a childhood friend of Mr. Stanton's daughter, Claire Stanton?
Yeah, that's right. And it happens that Mr. Stanton is close with your uncle. Longtime golf buddies, I hear. You're gonna have to work out what to do about forging that application. Like I said, it's a crime, so I would be worried if I were you. Mr. Stanton was furious that his golf buddy would use his position to influence others, but even he was more enraged that a relative would take advantage of the principal's position to force others into submission.
What happens to my uncle?
I hear he'll be forced to retire by the end of the year.
No way! This is not happening! Why is this happening to me? My son has to start elementary school in another district, miles away. And my younger son has to transfer to a kindergarten over in the low-income neighborhood. None of this makes sense to me.
Well, I heard you took advantage of your position and your connections and forced everyone to do as you demand. You apparently had to be taught a lesson.
How was I supposed to know that you were related to the Stanton family? If I had known, I would never have acted this way. I built this position up for years. I was king of the hill, the boss mom.
Well, you could have just been a normal mom and none of this would have happened.
It's too late for that. I wish I had never heard of you.
I later heard that when Sandra first moved to her new home, she saw our front yard and was totally taken aback. Apparently, she was so consumed with envy that she ended up concocting this bus stop scheme. When her husband heard of her antics, I heard he reprimanded her relentlessly. Oh yeah, and the other mothers who went along with her like good little sheep. In order to pay for damages, some of them even started working part-time for Stanton Industries. As for Sandra, she was forced to live with her mother-in-law and work to pay off her debts. I see her on occasion heading to work in the morning. She's always been a housewife and never really worked in her life. So this new life is going to be pretty hard for her. What goes around comes around. So true.